Let's find some stillness. So comfortable seated position down on the floor with a nice straight back. You might need to adjust the flesh underneath your hips just to get a nice contact with the floor. Roll the shoulders back, sit up nice and tall and just relax down into the floor. Rest the wrists on the top of the knees. We're going to take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to breathe in peace and calm, and we're going to breathe out stressful Asda shopping. In through the nose, peace and calm, and out. Just coming into the breath, sitting here on the mat, feel the ground support you, feel your wrists resting on your knees. Nice deep breaths in, just go in your own rhythm, out through the nose. Going in and out through the nose. Keep on breathing. I'm just going to explain what we're going to do next. In one of the previous sessions, we did some breath retention exercises where we breathed in for 4, held the breath at the top, breathed out for 4, and then held it out at the bottom. So what we're going to do is slow our breathing down using that technique now. So we're just going to take a nice deep breath in for 4, 2, 3, 4, hold at the top. 2, 3, 4, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, hold on the out. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, breathe out. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, breathe in. 2, 3, 4, hold. 2, 3, 4, down. 2, 3, 4. Just carry on with this using your own counting. And all we're doing while we're doing this exercise is we're really slowing the breathing down. This is really helpful to your cardiovascular system. It really helps calm your brain and slow everything down. So all we're trying to do for this first session here on the mat is leave everything else behind. Everything else has happened today. You're going to leave it there and know that you're taking the next 30 minutes for yourself, just for you. You can pick everything back up when you're finished. It'll all be there waiting for you. And just return to your normal breathing. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. On the next in-breath, we're going to take our arms all the way up to the sky. And on the next out-breath, we're going to twist round to the right-hand side. So turn your head round with you. Take your left hand to your right knee and just follow the gaze all the way round. Sitting tall, pulling up out of the pelvis. See if you can maintain the nice long in-breaths and the out-breaths. Just take the gaze all the way round to the back of the room. On the next out-breath, see if you can apply a little bit of light pressure in that left hand. Follow the twist round. On the next in-breath, you're going to come up through center. Really pull up out of the hips. Press the shoulders down into the floor. On the next out-breath, you're going to twist round to the other side. So your right hand is going to go to your left knee. Follow the gaze all the way around. Maintain the twist through the core, all the way through the spine, all the way up out of the top of the head. Nice deep breaths in. And nice deep breaths out. Apply a little bit of light pressure to that right hand. On the next out breath, see if you can take that twist a little bit further. We're going to do one more each side. So on the next in breath, we're coming through center. Really spread the fingertips out. On the out breath, we're going to take it round again. So your body's working in harmony with your breath. You should be able to get a little bit further around this time as the body warms up. We're warming up through the spine. Follow the twist and the gaze all the way around to the back of the room. Sit up nice and tall. Just have a little check that you've got both of your hip bones in contact with the floor. We're going to breathe in through center Really reach to the ceiling, press the shoulders down on the out breath, take it round to the other side. Breathing out nice and deeply, breathe out into that twist. Follow the gaze round with the head, so the twist in the spine goes all the way from the hips, all the way up to the top of the head. Maintaining those nice deep breaths. Just work in your natural rhythm now. You don't need to be counting the breath. On the next in-breath, come up through center. Press and hold here. Really reach up out of the spine. On the out-breath, take the hands down to the side. We're going to extend both feet out to the front. So just take an adjustment there with your flesh under your sit bones. Just move it out of the way. You can keep a nice soft bend in the knee here. We're just going to take some forward folds. So on the next in-breath, our arms are going to come up again. On the out-breath, you're going to pull up out of the hips and take it down, fall over the front of the legs. So it doesn't matter here how far you get, your feet, you might be able to touch your toes. You might just get as far as your shins. That's totally fine. Wherever you can get is perfect. You don't need straight legs. You can have a nice little micro bend. All we're doing is relaxing our chest down on the front of the legs. Drop the head and the shoulders down. Feel the weight. Increase the stretch in the lower back. Nice long in-breaths. On the next out-breath, see if you can drop a little bit further. Increase the fold a little bit further down onto the top of the thighs. Breathing in, relaxing down into the legs. And then slowly in your own time, we're going to slide the hands up the length of the legs. We're going to take hold of our left foot. We're going to pull it in. And you're going to place your left foot just either above the knee or below the knee. Again, everyone's level is different. Let the knee drop out to the side. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, arms come up. We're going to fold over that front leg again. So you should be able to get a little bit further on this side, or maybe one side is tighter than the other. On the out breath, press the chest down towards the top of that thigh. And breathing out. Nice long in-breaths, nice long out-breaths. Sink down onto the top of that leg, further into the floor. Breathing in to come up, slide the hands all the way up that leg. We're going to swap it over. So replace your left foot. We're going to go to the right-hand side. Place that foot either above or below the knee. Again, you might need to adjust how you're sitting to make sure you've still got contact with the floor. We're going to breathe in to come up. Really spread the fingers nice and wide. Really reach and fold it forward over that front leg. Rest the chest down. Use the weight of the head and the shoulders to increase the stretch in the lower back. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe it in through the nose and out through the nose. In yoga as well, we always try to move with the breath to get away from this idea that we have a brain that controls everything and our body is something separate. In yoga, we're trying to make it one thing. This is why we work with the breath. And what that will help you do is maintain presence and mindfulness in the situations that you're in, if you can connect the two. Slowly, we're going to roll up, slide the hands all the way up the legs, and we're just going to come round to a tabletop position. So in your tabletop position, you're looking for your hands directly below your shoulders. So you've got a nice straight line here. Your hips are stacked over your knees. Your feet are uncurled with the top of the feet flat on the floor. We're going to take a nice long in-breath. Head comes up. We're going to shine the heart forward. Work with the breath. On our out-breath, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, tuck the chin, really press the spine up towards the ceiling. Breathing in to come up into cat. Shine the chest forward. Breathing out, tuck the tailbone in. Go with your own rhythm here of your breath. don't need to go with me. On the in-breath, your head's coming up. On the out-breath, your head goes down. You press the spine all the way up to the ceiling. Coordinate that movement with your breathing. Find the natural rhythm. Breathing out. Breathing in, head comes up, shine the heart forward. Breathing out, tuck that tailbone under. Do one more each way and then join me back in your tabletop position. Fantastic, guys. Okay, we're going to roll out, uncurl our toes. We're going to walk up to a standing position, walk the hands in towards the feet, roll up. We're going to roll all the way up and curling the spine very slowly as we go. So we're coming through our forward fold. We're going to take our arms all the way up to the sky. Nice soft knee. On the out breath, we're going to roll all the way down. Here we go. Rolling all the way down. So tuck the chin in. Roll the shoulders down to the floor. When we get our hands to the floor with a nice soft knee, we're going to walk all the way forward. And we're going to come into downward facing dog. So press the hips up towards the back of the room. Walk the legs, get a nice stretch through the legs there. You can take your feet a little bit wider than the mat. Let's go to wide-legged downward dog. Walk the hands towards the feet till you get a stretch down the back of the leg. Press the chest down towards the floor. Relax the hands, relax the head. Feel the stretch down the back of the legs. Walk it back to your normal downward facing dog. Again, you might want to walk the legs out here. And when you're ready, we're going to come to our 3-leg repeaters tonight, okay? We're going to step through on the third one to our lunge. So we're going to take our right leg high up into the sky. Then we're going to pull our knee to chest. 1. Take it all the way up to the sky. 2, knee to chest. On the third one, you're going to step it through to your lunge. Let's step it through. You might need to adjust the hands. Make sure you're in a nice, comfortable position here because we're going to take our hands all the way up off the floor. Here we go. Moving all the way up. Reach out to the front. Follow it through all the way up to the sky in your crescent pose. Now, in this position, guys, press your shoulders down towards the floor. I'd like you to straighten your front leg and take your back foot all the way down to the floor. Okay, keep your hips facing the front of the room. We're going to fall down into pyramid pose. Okay, so your hands are going to come down to the floor very slowly on the next out breath. Still reaching forward, your legs are straight. Okay, take it all the way down to the floor. Rest them on the floor if you can. You might need to take a little bend in that front knee. If straight legs is not for you, that's fine. Just have a little check what I'm doing. If you can do it with straight legs, that's wicked. Straight legs or with a bent knee, absolutely fine. Now we're going to come into one of my least favorite poses. Here we go. This is a twisted triangle. So I'd like you, and you might need to adjust your left hand. I'd like you to take your right hand off the floor. It's going to come up. It's going to go into the sky. You're going to swap your gaze all the way around to the fingers on that right hand, feeling the stretch down the back of the legs. Try and relax with your breathing here. It's a very strong leg stretch, very big twist. Breathe in for me. Breathing out. On the next out breath, we're going to take our hands down to the floor. We're going to swap our arms over. So we're going to take our left arm up to the sky, follow it all the way up. If you want to rest your hand on your ankle or higher up your leg, again, absolutely fine. I really don't mind where you go, on the floor, just above your ankle, or just below the knee. Follow the gaze all the way up to the fingers on the left hand. Nice big breaths for me. Circle that hand all the way down. Twist the body around so we're back parallel with the floor. We're going to come back through. We're going to take it back to our lunge. We're going to cartwheel our hands all the way back to the floor. Then we're going to step back through to plank. In your plank, we're going to breathe out, take it down to the floor. Shine the heart up to cobra and breathe. Take a couple of breaths here. Relax into the back bend, shine the heart up. Nice deep breaths. On the next out breath, take it down. We're going to press up and curl the feet back to downward facing dog. Meet me there. So we've gone through triangle poses on the right hand side. We're going to do it all on the left hand side. So you're starting with your knee repeaters, okay? So our left leg is going to go up to the sky. It's going to come through to the chest, knee to chest. Take it all the way back up to the sky again. Switch the weight, knee to chest. On the next one, it's going to come through to your lunge. Place the foot at the top of the mat between your hands. Make sure you've got a really strong position here, ground down through the floor, because we're going to take our arms off the floor, reach out as we come all the way up, crescent pose. Shine the heart forward, really stretch the fingers out, slide the shoulders down your back. We're going to straighten our front leg. Here we go. We're going to ground our back leg down to the floor. Keep your hips facing the same way as your front leg. We're going to drop our hands, forward fold all the way down to the floor. Here we go. Feel the stretch here. Nice deep breaths in. Nice deep breaths out. We're going to take a twist here. So breathe in to prepare. This is a really strong twist, really big leg stretch. And you're going to take your left hand off the floor all the way up to the sky. Take the twist round. If you need to take your right arm further out to get a twist, you can adjust your arm, okay? So take the twist all the way around. Feel the stretch up to the back of the legs. If you need to straighten that front knee, take a little micro bend in that knee. We're going to wave our top arm all the way down, back to the floor. We're going to swap. So our right arm is going all the way up to the sky. You don't need to keep this arm on the floor. You can take it to above your ankle. You can take it to just below your knee. Just follow the gaze all the way around to the tip of the finger on the right hand. Breathing in, feel the stretch down the back of the legs. You're doing really well, guys. Really good triangles tonight. Natalie, I can see you dropping out. You told me I couldn't see you when you drop out. I'm going to watch for it now. Unlucky. Nice, deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to take that arm all the way around. So our chests are parallel to the floor. Reaching all the way up, back through our lunge. Bend that front knee. Really stretch it up and back. Cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Move with the breath. We're going to step back to plank. Slowly lower down. Keep the tension in the muscles. And we're going to take it back to cobra. We are going to hold it here, guys, for a couple of breaths. If this is too much of a back bend for you, just put your forearms on the floor. You can hang out here. If we're ever in cobra and the back bend is too strong, you can always do this. Sphinx pose is always there for you. Forearms on the floor. Otherwise, if you're there in cobra, nice deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Deep breaths in. And breathing out, lower down to the floor. We're going to take it back, downward facing dog. Uncurl the toes, press up, press the hips back up and through. Press the chest down to the floor. Walk the legs. Nice deep breaths in, enjoy the hang. We're going to walk our hands forward, back to our feet. So I'd like you to stay here in your forward fold with your knees bent. And then I'd like you to cross your arms, relax, straighten the knees out as best you can, and just relax down into that forward fold. Relax it there. Use the weight of the head to just hang. Nice long in-breaths. Just give a bend in the knees. So relax the knees, relax the arms down. We're going to come through a chair pose. So we're going to take our arms all the way up and through. This is like a mini close leg squat, okay? So you're going to keep your knees facing forward. Your arms are going to go in the air. Spread the fingers out. Your biceps should be kissing your ears. Breathing in, we're going to take a twist here. So our hands are going to come down through heart center. We're going to take our left knee to our left knee to our right knee. That'll be a trick. We're going to take our left elbow to your right knee. Follow the gaze all the way around to that right elbow. Try and create some space as well under that right armpit. Not collapsing down. Open up that right shoulder. Shine the heart forward. And the next in-breath, we're going to come through center. We're going to go to the other side. Still in your bent knees. Breathing out. Take it down to the other side. Take the twist all the way around. Press the hands together. Really create some space under the left armpit. Have a check of the knees. Make sure they're still facing the same way as your toes. Then we're going to breathe in. We're going to come through center, chair pose, and rest the hands down on the floor. Straighten the legs. Relax the legs out. You can walk the legs again if you want. Awesome job, guys. Okay, we're just going to come slowly down to the floor. Walk the hands out. Down to the floor. Return to your comfortable seated position. We're just going to stretch the shoulders out. Whatever way you sat down, cross the legs round. Release the muscles from the back of the legs. Sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. We're going to take our arms out to the sides. We're going to bring them in together. Your left arm is going to go over your right elbow. Then you're going to bring your hands together. We're going to breathe in, lift the hands to the ceiling. It should open up the shoulders. Breathing out, bring it down, release the stretch. Breathing in to go up. Press the shoulders to the sides of the room. Breathing out to come down. Breathing in to come up. Go with your own breath. Just a natural breath is fine. Work with the breath. Really press the hands together. Really, when you lift them, press the shoulders to the other sides of the room. Breathing out. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out. On the next out breath, relax all the way down to the floor. Take the arms out to the sides. We're going to reverse the cross. So whichever way you did it, we're going to do the opposite. So if you went with me, your left arm is on the bottom. This time we're going to cross them over. Press your hands together. It's normally more complicated one way than the other. On the in-breath, you're going to lift the hands to the ceiling. On the out-breath, hands come down. Breathing in to come up. As you lift the elbows, the shoulders should come apart. Breathing out. Go in your own breath. Go in your own timing, not with me. Everyone's timing, everyone's breath will be different. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Keep going. You're doing really well, guys. Lovely twists. No one's got confused with the arm twists tonight. Breathing out. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out. On the next out breath, take it all the way down to the floor. And we're going to relax all the way down to the floor this time for your final resting pose. Just relax the shoulders down into the floor. Release the legs. Relax the toes down to either side of the room so your toes go out to the side. Relax the hands down on the floor with the palms facing up to receive. Feel the body sinking further down into the floor with every out-breath you take. Have an awareness of the natural speed of your breath. Each time you breathe out, relax further down into the floor. You might like to close your eyes here. As the body cools down, we're going to let all of our ligaments cool back down into shape. This is how we avoid injury. And this is also how yoga is so amazing for aiding recovery as well. Just relax down further into the floor. There might be somewhere in your body that feels much looser. You might have more space in your shoulders. Just pay attention to that feeling. Just notice what that feels like. Take some time to just absorb the practice that we've done tonight. Absorb the stretches. Feel the ground support you. Support you at the bottom of your feet, the backs of the legs, your lower back, the backs of the hands, the elbows, the shoulders, the back of the head. Continue your nice long in-breaths. Breathing out, relax further down into the floor. In through the nose and out through the nose. What else can you feel tonight? Have you got a breeze you can feel somewhere? Is there a window open? Have you got a dog or a cat that keeps brushing past you? Pay attention to the senses. This is how we stay mindful and present. What can you feel? Can you feel the fabric on your skin? Can you feel the carpet on the back of your hands? What does it feel like? We get so wrapped up in everyday life, stresses and anxieties, we stop paying attention to what we can feel. Just take a minute to acknowledge what's going on around you, what you can hear, what you can smell, what you can feel. And you can return to this as well, this little exercise if you're feeling a little bit anxious, if you're starting to feel a little bit stressed. You can focus on what's going on around you, focus on the sensations, the feelings, the smells, and that will ground you down into the floor and ease the stress. Very slowly, I'd just like you to come back to your body, give your toes a wiggle, give your hands a wiggle. Coming round, coming back to the physical sensation of the body. Very slowly in your own time, we're going to come back to a comfortable seated position. I hope no one's fallen asleep. No sleepers. Sitting up nice and tall, roll the shoulders back. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, absorb the energy from the practice, from everything that you've done tonight. Press the shoulder blades down into the floor, spread the fingers wide, collect that energy and pull it down into yourself, down through heart center, and take it with you for the rest of the evening and whatever else you've got to do today. Thank you all very much for practicing with me this evening, guys. It's been lovely. It would be lovely if you could try being more blunt or being a little bit more honest as well this week. Maybe try it with one person. See how you get on.
Yeah, I've done it.
I will try. I will give it a go.
That works.
Thank you all very
I'll
much
let
for
you know how
joining
it
me,
goes.
guys. I'll
Thank
see you
you.
in the morning.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Ta-da.